channeled it towards.
But
good.
you don't have a micro penis.
I think soft. Like I don't know what the definition of a micro penis is, but like right now, if I showed you my soft dick, it's like 1 inch.
You don't have to.
I
Don't feel
believe
obligated
you.
to.
But my boner's
Look, I
cool.
think it would be great for you to.
Let me ask you a question. Who is your favorite rapper? If you said Kendrick Lamar or Tyler the Creator, that's fine. And no, I didn't just read your mind through your gaming monitor. You were just the same as 98% of the population. But what about us people who see the world in a different light? Us people who let our creative thought processes excel us into new forms of enlightenment? What about us people who are smarter than the rest of you? Well, if you were to ask any of us, we would have a very, very simple answer. David Byrd, also known as Lil Dicky, was born on the north side of Philadelphia, but at the ripe age of 5, he moved to the south side of Chicago. This move initially led to a heavy onset of depression and anxiety for the then 6-year-old rapper. David would go on to say, "Yeah, I really wasn't vibing with Chicago at all. I got bullied a lot by the way I looked, and no one took me serious as an up-and-coming rapper." These trials would only lead to Dave's big break, because in the 7th grade, Lil Dicky would share his mutual love for the show Family Guy with his classmate Dirk Derrick Banks, later to be known by his rap moniker, Lil Durk. As the years went by and the two rappers' bond grew closer and closer, their bond will also grow in the streets, with both rappers joining the highly feared Chicago street gang, the Black Disciples, with the then 17-year-old Lil Dicky being named Chicago's goofiest shooter. It wasn't until 2 years later, at the age of 20, David decided to pursue his career in music full-time, honorably discharging from the Black Disciples. He was so well respected amongst his gang, they even renamed part of the infamous O Block to Poop Block as an homage to their favorite wacky friend. As Lil Dicky departed from the Chicago drill scene, he returned to Philadelphia. It was here that he would hop in the studio and his trip to the top of the game would begin. And I'll say one thing. It did not take long for Lil Dicky to break through into the mainstream. His first track he ever recorded only took 6 minutes and would go platinum within 3 days of release. The song in question would be titled The 90s. This track came with one of the most heartfelt and bombastic deliveries ever performed by a music artist. Lil Dicky's flow on this song would forever change the face of the music genre. Dicky would also drop some of the most memorable bars to ever grape rap on this track too. Bars like French fries curly, cool with it, raising Tamagotchis, dick 3.5, the same as a floppy, Nerf guns loaded, and we shootin' at y'all motherfuckers. Lines like this would show that Lil Dicky wasn't afraid to put himself in his rawest form directly in front of his audience. The pure emotion that is conveyed through these lines is more than your average rapper such as Kendrick Lamar or Drake could ever dream of spitting. And who could forget the hook to this song? So powerful that it's almost as if you yourself are transferred back to the 90s and are experiencing this wonderful time with Dicky himself, with the most iconic line being, "Blowing on a cartridge. Lot of fucking farting." This line alone holds so much depth that to the average 90 IQ Tyler the Creator fan, it slips right over their thoughtless head. I personally feel like Lil Dicky is conveying his inner struggles with anxiety, because I think he knew after this song dropped, he would be performing sold-out shows weeks later. Blowing on a cartridge could be a metaphor for blowing away his old life with the Black Disciples. And lots of fucking farting? That's obviously in reference to King Von. Lil Dicky knew if he were to flourish, King Von would need to flounder. Absolutely stunning. After this release, it was only up from there, with Lil Dicky traveling the world and making hit songs with artists like Snoop Dogg, Fetty Wap, Chris Brown, and this entire list of celebrities that I'm sure really wanted to do the song because they really cared about the earth. Along with his most recent endeavor, being featured on Kanye's Donda 2 album, and even performing their song together live, so it's safe to say Lil Dicky made his spot in the long list of GOATs in the rap game. But what about the title of this video? Why is he... oh my god. But what about the title of this video? Why is he the best rapper that never tried? Well, that's extremely simple. Lil Dicky is the greatest rapper that ever lived. I'm sure after this video you can all agree on that. But do you know the true beauty of that statement? Lil Dicky isn't even trying. Why do you think he makes such outlandish and goofy songs, but still manages to have the same amount of loyal fans as someone like Tupac? It's because Lil Dicky doesn't want to really show the world what he's got. He knows deep down that it will forever tarnish music as a foundation of humanity. He knows that there will be no more discussions. There will be no more music to create, because David Byrd will have already done it.